Hey everybody and welcome to Bandite's Let's Make an Animated Short, part 22. Welcome to the stream, everybody. How is everybody doing? I'm doing fine. Let me just adjust everything accordingly for the stream. Alright, we are good to go. I'm just gonna wait. Yes, alright. Cool. Hey everybody, it's 1 p.m. It's Wednesday. Yes, alright. Last time we left off, we were about on frame 2300 of... I should have stuck to 1 minute. I see now the error of my ways. Of like, I think, almost 3000 frames. So we're almost there. We're going to do a little bit more of animating. It's going to be a bit more of a laid back stream. Not much new stuff today. But yeah, we'll see what we can create. Just gonna real quickly. I'm gonna put in some music. Oh yeah, that seems like a good playlist. Alright. The last shot we did was the boy coming back to sit here. I think we lengthened that shot a bit. We're only lengthening shots. I should shorten a shot. So let's go in here. Go to the first frame of this new camera. 2295, and that goes to 2400. Good. We'll go to our active camera, which is here. Gonna go back to our solid view. We're gonna enable our rig again. There we go. So I think first things first, I'm gonna rotate the sleeping dog because just to make things a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And I think I'm gonna reframe the camera as well. So I'm gonna need my cameras here. It's camera 18. I'm gonna select it. Oh, so object mode. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, this camera hasn't been used before, right? Okay. Oh, but it's animated. Why does it have keyframes? Or is it automatically okay? Because auto keying is on. Okay. I just want to be a little bit more up close. Now that I see the frame, click on preview it, of course. This looks fine. Yeah. Looks kind of cute. Okay. So the only thing we also want to make sure is this is now. I'm gonna activate another shape key, and this is kind of getting out of hand. The shape keys, like, but I don't know how else I would do it. Like if I check this one, yeah, we keep it on. I want to animate this key to be off in the previous key, and then turn it back on here. The only thing I kind of want to do here is put like the sleeve and such back above ground, like just so that this looks a little bit better, right? So I think like maybe we can drag it down a little bit here. It looks like it's covering him. Now it has a nice fold. If you kind of want to exaggerate this fold, you can maybe go like this. Looks a little bit more like cloth. Let me put on my my screencast keys here. Hey Shiva. Yeah, I didn't stream on Monday. I mean, I was streaming last week, right? But had some other stuff to do on Monday. So yeah, my apologies. It's hard to yeah, there we go. So no intersections. Don't know why. Yeah, so let's go to the previous frame and hide the dock. We kind of don't want to see the dock in here. So I'm gonna. All right. Let's put our outer back on. All right, so and we have the dock. Let's go back to our solid view to get kind of the timing right. So in the storyboard, he jumps out of frame. But I think making him look up and appear in the next frame is gonna be enough. I'm gonna be a little bit lazy on this, so I'm gonna copy the timing from the storyboard. Let's pose him shaded. Let's see what we're doing. So he's kind of like. Let's put a little bit of emotion through his ears. Just kind of like, huh? And then, like here, he can be looking off to. Let's see here. Let's have a little bit more like this. Yeah. Let's have a little bit less smiley, because he's worried. Oh, that's his tongue, really. So in timing, that would look like poof, poof. Oh, that's fine. I think maybe in the last pose we can have his ears stick up a little bit more. Just a little bit more, not too much. There you go. And shade it to what it look like. Yeah. I'm gonna convey the correct emotion. Cool. So, next shot. Gonna be this one. And it goes to 2,556, I think. Yes. So here we go back to camera 2. Yeah. I'm gonna set the boy up in a different starting pose. Ooh. I think we have to kind of rotate this. Like a note I have to make for my next characters is to put 2 position keys in there, one to control the actual absolute position in the scene, and another one, a child of that one, to actually rotate the character if necessary. But yeah, you want him lying down, right? And his back. There we go. His feet are really pulled up. Oh, kind of broke the foot there. We can kind of. Keep himself warm, right? We can the other one here. It kind of intersects, but as long as those intersections are not visible, it's fine. Oops. Let's get it down to a fist. I also want to make a better hand rig next time, where we could like it's more natural to close and open the hand. And it kind of involves the entire hand instead of just the fingers. That's something I noticed. We'll have one session of like a post-mortem to see what we can do better next time. Just learning from your mistakes is a very, very important part of being an artist in any regard. Alrighty. Kind of like doubting if I should offset this one a bit. It looks nicer, I guess. And maybe in frame. See how that looks. That's fine. Okay. So at the beginning of the frame, I of course want the dog not to be visible. And then in the storyboard, maybe we kind of have time for this. Let's see how this. We'll just put the poses in and time them correctly. So the thing I might do here, and I've been switching between Blender 2.81 with the left click set as default and 2.80 with the right click. Oof. I used to have the problem that I had a job in a studio where I worked with Maya with a QWERTY keyboard, and at home I came home to Azure the keyboard playing around in Blender, and it was like I needed like 10 minutes every time just to get accustomed to it. Now I just bought a QWERTY keyboard, so that problem kind of solved itself. So what I want to do here is in this one set a key for scaling, though I don't actually have to. I'm thinking animation, but I can just scale down here, and then in the, yeah, it should be fine. Cool. And around like a second later, maybe a second and a half, something like that, we want the dog to enter the fray. Just gonna yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna reset some of his bones here. I'm gonna rotate him, put his back feet down. I'm not really gonna see them, so but I wanna get him in a position. Like we can look at our turrets here, kind of use them as a guide. Let's hide our cameras because whoa. And then we can have him kind of look alerted, so we can kind of put his ears up. A little cutie. I can still put this kind of down. Let's see, in this kind of pose here, and make him look. Where is your? Oh, there it is. Yeah, like this should be fine. Yeah. All right. Now we just want to have his paws be on top of the branch a little bit more. Oof. Yeah. Maybe I have steel sticking out. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I do want to rotate him a bit. So let's just move this a little bit like this. So it's kind of a little bit more clear where he's coming from. And just rotate this back a little bit more. Poof, poof, poof. Yeah, this is not good. Let's pop his shoulder a little bit more. Yeah, that looks better. So this chest is a little bit more. Oops, that's too much. There we go. It's just a little bit more poofed. I think this might be dragging a little bit too much along with it. Okay, how does this look if it just pops into frame? Yeah, we might do an in-between here. So I'm just gonna copy all the keyframes here. So he's already standing here, but then here we can kind of put him back a little bit. And have his eyes here. So that looks. Well, that was in the wrong frame. There we go. It's a kind of curious little popper. So timing wise, we're looking at yeah, I think I can push these keyframes a little bit closer. That's fine. And then here, kind of have him I kind of figure out how we do this. Just gonna go wing this for a second. We can kind of see. This is correct. So. Oh yeah, so we definitely need more time here. Just kind of observing him. It's like, And then here you can kind of go out of frame for a second again. Thanks for the likes, guys. How's everybody doing? Look at all those viewers. So now he comes around the corner again here. So I guess the same pacing, like we have about let's say a second here. So we're gonna leave it a second here again, and then I think we can kind of copy this. No point in redoing that. Let's have him a little less curious and a little more determined. Let's open his mouth a little bit. Now comes the fun part. I guess we need another jacket instance, but we can just copy the one that exists. So if we go to our raincoat here, yeah, can bring it back. Yeah, I'm just going to duplicate it. And I'm gonna delete the keyframes of the one I duplicated, so that it's still. Did I delete the object? I think I deleted the object. Whoops. So yeah, I want to keep the first one, so I'm just gonna delete the keyframes here, so it's still hidden, right? The other one, I'm gonna delete all the keyframes, so it should still be here, right? Yeah, okay, that's good. And then the second one here, yeah, we'll see. I'm just gonna Alt S on this one, and I'm gonna hey Manu, hey Michael, and hey Pix. Wow, me so early. I had to wake up at night to see this. Oh, that's so nice. You know you can watch them afterwards offline, right? It's nice of you to wake up in the middle of the night for me. Let's see. So what I want to do. So up until this pose. So let's find the correct frame. There it is. I want it to be hidden, so S0, okay. And then here it pops up, right? The question is, do I still want to parent it to the dog? And hello there. Another thing we can do here is I'm gonna disable most of the yeah, except for this one, I think. But I'm gonna disable it for now. And I'm gonna say drag. So I'm gonna say drag one. Yeah, we kind of want to put this in a position. So again, we kind of will do the same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna clear and keep transformation. So I'm gonna clear the parents. All right, and then we're gonna also key the location and rotation, right? So here it isn't here. There we go. Hey Bandite, can I call you that? Yeah, you can call me Bandite, or you can call me by my real name, which is Cedric. That is Cedric for you. Or you can call me by my gaming alias, which is Juiceboy. Or you can call me Andrew the Right Price. Hahaha. No, sorry, I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, I have to enable my. We're just gonna do some. Oh, we can use the 3D cursor now. So I'm just gonna rotate this around 3D cursor. All right. Just gonna go single this out for a second. I think this will work better with more of a spherical influence. Yeah, definitely. There we go. Yeah, Juice Boy, but without the space. And then what we're just gonna do, so we're just gonna scale Z just flat. There we go. That's just a piece of cloth. All right. That's the only thing we want to see, right? Is that this is a piece of cloth. So I'm just gonna drag pieces around here. Maybe not to kind of grab the corner here. I'm gonna get the entire thing selected. I'm gonna make it look like the dog is grabbing onto it, right? Oh, wait, we want to go back to, where is it? Medium point. Hey Omar, how are you doing? Did I not stream last Friday? I think that might be possible. Yeah. There were some things, yeah, I guess. What was last Friday? Let me check my calendar. What did I do last Friday? Oh yeah, we had a very, very busy... I don't know, did I stream on Friday? It doesn't actually say on my calendar, which is weird. We had a very, very busy weekend, so kind of had to prepare some stuff already. But yeah. I should notify you guys when I do that. I'm just gonna go into sculpt mode for a hot second and smooth out some stuff here so that it doesn't look quite as janky. And it just has to look good in frame, right? So we're just gonna go in here with the grab brush, like down back here. We're just gonna put it down. Yeah, and just smooth it out again. Like as long as we convey what's happening pose per pose, that's good. I'm 26, Juice Boy. I don't want to severely distract you. No, that's okay. The reason I do these streams so you can ask me questions. Yeah, hello everybody. Wow, so many people in the chat. How's everybody doing? So I think we kind of want to drag. Oh man, we have our X mirror on in our sculpt mode. No. We go to symmetry and disable that. Yeah. We kind of want this to drag a little bit more along. Let's see how this looks in. I'm just gonna smooth things out here. Yeah, this is gonna be harder to do in the next shot. The reason I'm putting this on this way, not this way, is so like you don't get too distracted. Yeah, there's so many people in the chat. Oof, man, that's something weird here. Let's grab my inflate brush. There we go. I've done a lot of sculpting these last few days, and I'm I kind of can't wait to share what I learned with you guys. So not to run too much forward, but I mean we are almost getting there with the short. But if you guys are interested, after this, I kind of want to do a character creation stream course for a while, like just making a fully like a better character than this character that we have here with a little bit more refined hair and such. And after that we'll make a second short. We'll make shorts for the rest of my life. Yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, do let me know. Yeah, I think this is good. I mean, I'm adjusting things that are out of frame, so it doesn't even like matter. But man, I'm doing weird stuff here. Yeah. So here we go. There we go. It looks like he's dragging the code along. Cool. Next one's gonna be fun. So this is now a shape key that I can key, and of course in the previous frame I want to turn that off. Not that it really matters. But then the next one is gonna be here. Hey Vikas, how are you? Wow, everybody's here. Everybody's watching the stream. That's so cool. And there's some heroic music playing in my background, so that's pretty awesome. So in the next pose, I'm already gonna have him halfway over the branch, kind of jumping. Well, kind of landing, more like. Why am I have to stop using the position bone to. It's gonna be a little bit like. Okay, the music has become a little bit too epic. There we go. I'm just gonna Google jumping dog for a second so I got this pose right. I mean, wow. Just Google jumping dogs. It's the funniest Google search you can do. I think this might fit best, so the knees are kind of... Dogs are weird. I mean, animals are always kind of hard to do with bones, I suppose. Like, I have to adjust the knee position here. Oh boy. Wow, that is going all the wrong places. There we go. And this one we can kind of have more back. Do we see it in frame? No, we don't. It doesn't really matter. What does matter is the front paws here. And I think I want to lower him a little bit more, so that we kind of feel the impact. This head is still turned to him. We have kind of a landing dog somewhere here. Yes. So they really stretch out their paws in front of them. So we can kind of simulate that. Because then you recognize a pose, and if you recognize a pose, you kind of can fill in the motion with your brain. After you answer that, hey Fractured Joystick, are you using add-ons, modules, or plugins for Blender? At the moment, not. The only thing I am using is screencast keys. That it shows me when I'm zooming in and out, or all the other keys I'm using. No, I think no, I'm not using any other add-ons. After you answer that, I'm going to check your profile for your shorts. I don't have any shorts on this YouTube channel. I did link it in some other stream. Yeah, I only made like one full short, I think. I think the short is coming a bit more forward too, and then we can just really stretch out the paw. Alright. Kind of want to move this as well. So we're just gonna go in here, put that in the same position again. which wasn't this. That was years ago. I'm gonna put this back on smooth. I'm gonna press Alt O to actually have everything of the raincoat coming with me. I should just kind of follow the motion of the dog, and that'll be fine. Kind of, yeah. Like this is. Oh, there's something. Whoops, freaky going on here. Well. No. We want to put everything here on T constant. I think let's go a little bit faster, but let's let's have it go on this frame. Alrighty, I think that will be. Yeah, because he still has to go. But that's not a shot, right, where he goes over it. Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, this timing is a little bit better. Let's go back to object mode and get these frames here and put them in the correct position. Yeah, we kind of wanted to cheat our way. Because we were already thinking about this. Because I'm such a proactive worker. Yeah, let's reset. Let's really reset all these points for a second. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that is some Game of Thrones music. Man, I love Game of Thrones. I just saw a video of somebody who, according to the books, made a more accurate Winterfell, and man, that is huge. So we can kind of put him down here. Poor choice of words when talking about a dog, but hey. So just tell a little bit more neutral and have go a bit up. And he then kind of like he's except he's maybe kind of looking back if the cloth is coming along with him. That might be a nice oh, half of the frames are in the there we go. So I'm just really quickly gonna do that. Oh wait. That's a bit so I'm already gonna open this up a little bit. I mean, I know this looks messy, but it's like it's only used for that frame. Nothing is dependent on this being animated like a cloth or something. Since we're gonna use this style for animation, so as long as it looks good in the frame, it's fine. We're just gonna go and have him. Oops. Maybe he's just looking down. No pressure. If you tell me the name, I'll search for it. I'm going to give you a bit of backstory. I'm working towards becoming a game dev. I made 2 games and I'm ready to make something pretty. I've always been interested in characters, animation, switching from programming to art has been exciting. But very slow. I still haven't modeled my first character. Any tips? Yeah, if you want to... Like, I suppose your goal is to making pretty games. Keep it simple. Like, some of you guys know that I also dabble in the game dev. I have to kind of find a more suitable position for this. And I always want to make sure. But like, there's so many games that rely on very simple character concepts. Like Super Hot would be one. Like, you have visually impressive games as well, like Ori and the Blind Forest, right? But if you look at Journey is very pretty, but without any complex character creation or character rigs, right? It's something that works on aesthetics. Like, so if your goal is to make games look pretty, really, like, I would study more colors and aesthetics and how to make the frame of the game, because I mean, even though you're making a game, you still think about framing and color and such, or you should at least. And I think if you incorporate that correctly, then you can make your games already look a lot prettier, just by doing that. Let's see what we got here. I think the last bit goes a bit slow, so maybe we... What are these 2 keyframes? Oh yeah, it's just... So him coming back might be delayed a bit. And I think even if I just pick all of these and move them over, that's gonna work a little bit better. Yeah, now we just need to fit these keyframes with that. Plan to do a comic animated short and game for each of the IPs I've created. Okay, another tip, and this one goes a little bit to Amar, is start small. I think it's nice to have ambitions, but I've had projects fail just because I calculate things too big, and now I kind of learned to do things, yeah, slowly. It's like taking your time, and such can be such a good effort. There we go. I'm trying to figure out engine between Construct 3, Godot, or Unity. I would start in Unity. If you're a indie game dev and you're figuring things out, start with Unity. I don't know Construct 3, but I know Godot is like, it's a nice option if you already know what you're doing. But they made a Construct 3. What is Construct? Ooh, this is pretty cool. Visual scripting, yeah. Kind of, it seems to be focused on 2D, but yeah, it seems nice enough. But I mean, Unity is free as well, and I think as it comes to options or things that you want to do, Unity might be a nice place to start off making things. Yeah. Oh, Amar says this is not my first roundup, but if you're planning to do comic, animated, short, and game for each of your IPs, and you already have multiple IPs set up, and this is a plan you're doing, like, I mean, of course, I don't want to assume like how much you're planning to do this, but usually if I plan something out, I already kind of put it in my calendar and kind of schedule when I put the deadline. Like I said, the deadline for this would be the end of the year, and we're gonna finish a bit sooner, I think. which is good. Let's save, by the way. I haven't saved in a while. Let's make a new version. I've been trying to do this type for stuff almost 25 years, but never had time and had projects fail. Yeah, that's a long time, man. I can't even imagine. I mean, I'm 20. In a week I'm 28. So I wouldn't know what it feels like to. I've been working on something for 25 years, man. I've seen a video today of Corridor Digital or Corridor Crew, their second channel, and they invited Beeple to it. And if you don't know Beeple, it's BEEP, so B for box, double EP of parent, LE. He makes an artwork every day. You can also find him if you just Google artwork every day, and he makes like these abstract artworks, and sometimes they are crappy and sometimes they're really nice, but it shows that like if you do a small thing every day, you are already creating something. But I think a nice term I heard a couple of months ago, and I'm planning to make a video on this because I think it's really nice and I think it's really valuable to. By the way, I saw these bones move earlier. Yep, these have to be on constant. Is something called paralysis analysis, which already sounds awesome, but it's something that happened to us as well as a team. Is when you're over analyzing your project or the way you have to work or prepare too much stuff, that you just get paralyzed in your analysis phase. So you get stuck because you want to do things right and you want to do things correct. But I think it's more valuable to just do stuff. I mean, this short isn't perfect. I made mistakes, and I could have like kept working, but I have a deadline. I kind of want to make this short done. I want to have a finished short. And then in the end, in the net result of time, I will have learned more than keep retrying and stopping myself from progressing with this project. I'm going to be making models for 12 hours every day for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's a good way to start. For the past year and a half, I've been more focused than I have been. Oh, that's nice. That's nice to hear. Yeah, I kind of feel similar. I've had periods of my life where I wasn't focused on. I mean, I'm kind of an enjoyer. I'm kind of a relaxed type, if you know what I mean. So what I mean by that is that I don't. I don't stress too much about stuff, or I kind of see the in the little things. Because one thing you shouldn't forget is to put value in other aspects of your life, right? It might seem that like there are people out there who do art like day in and out, and I think the worst thing is if you don't do like what you see as work for some time, that you feel bad about it. And I've been there. I wasted days just playing games or spending with friends. But then afterwards, like now I look completely different at it. I assign time to my friends. I assign time to my girlfriend, to my household, to games, to playing games alone or with my friends. And yeah, to work, and just assigning time to it, kind of balancing it out and being relaxed about it. Yeah, that really helps. So now at the beginning of this shot, I'm gonna disable this one, but I'm gonna enable this one. Yeah, but I kind of want to go to the previous frame. And oh yeah, it wasn't keyed. Okay, so next frame and key this again. This looks good. Yeah, and we're gonna kind of cheat our way to victory here. And kind of already fly this over him, right? Okay, so let me check what the chat is saying. Yeah, seeking perfection and getting caught in perfection. Yeah. It's definitely part of that as well. Like wanting to be too perfect in what you're creating is a good way to not finishing ever a project or failing all your projects. I made like 3 shorts since working 3 in the early 2000s, but I never completed them. Yeah, same man. I can say the same for comic books. I'm like just chasing money. I chased it all my life while putting art to the side. Yeah. I mean, don't we all? No, I think like, I think there's a very good question everybody can ask themselves, and according to the answer, you kind of have to re-evaluate what you're doing. Is like, sure, you can dream. Like I've been there. Me and my friends, we kind of develop games or series or movies, or we just brainstorm about stuff. Sometimes we just sit together and brainstorms, and I love those sessions because it's just like, I love that my friends and I got to the point where we can argue, like have heated argues, but still have. This is gonna be a heavy shot. I'm not looking forward to this. But still, like afterwards, like still be good friends and laugh about it. I think that's really valuable. And I think every creative team kind of needs this, because I've seen a lot of creative teams as well, like just people shouting at each other and suddenly taking it personal. And yeah, I think without conflict, no creative decisions are made. I think that was the downfall of. I don't know how to pose this shot. I'm just gonna hide him a little bit here, I think. I think that was the downfall of the Star Wars prequels, because with the original Star Wars, even Steven Spielberg kind of had was helping George Lucas, that is, to like making the story correct. And if you see the first draft, you can Google the first script of Star Wars. It's so ridiculous, but you can recognize George Lucas in it. But then when the prequels came, George Lucas was such a legend, and he took up like this, like I think some members of the original team, but a lot of youngsters, a lot of young people looked up to George, and everything that George Lucas said, they just nodded their head and were like, "Yeah, sure, let's do that." And nobody was like, I don't think that's a good idea. And that's why the prequels have such a convoluted way of storytelling, because George Lucas is a very good world builder, I feel. We can adjust this shape key because it's another part. It's another, yeah, it's not the original code, so I'm just gonna have this. There we go. Yeah, George Lucas is a very good world builder, but he's a very poor storyteller, in my opinion. Like I think George Lucas could have perfectly, like George R. R. Martin is a very good storyteller and a very good world builder. He's both, and I think D.B. Weiss and Benioff are very good TV makers, but very poor storytellers, in my opinion. Or they focus too much. I think they have the potential to be great storytellers, but I think they focus too much on trying to subvert expectations and stuff. Hey Tim. Okay, I just got a message from Tim, one of the friends I'm talking about, which I love to brainstorm with. Yeah, he's a good mate of mine. He actually, wait, I'm just going to check. Well, yeah, of course I can. He actually works in a very big studio, working on a very big anticipated game here in Ghent. And that should be enough information, because you can already... There's only one big studio here in Ghent, but... yeah, but we're all very excited about that. So, just gonna look back at the chat. Vicious, but I know it can be done as so many. Um, yeah, definitely. So Mar's kind of pushing also the point of the story of the hero better in the original trilogy. Oh yeah, the Seventh Samurai. I heard that as well, that he used it as a big influence. Man, I should already kind of prepare that. Yeah, this is gonna go all kinds of wrong. People are gonna shout at me for this. I can feel it. Somebody's gonna use this as an example as poor cloth simulation at the Blender conference, which is this weekend, isn't it? Like next weekend. Yeah, Seventh Samurai. Yeah, like the hero's journey in the original stars. The original stars, like people make a very good point about it not being a science fiction genre movie, but more like a science fiction setting. But it's a fantasy genre movie where you have your farmer's boy who's trained by the old wizard who has to go off and defeat the Dark Knight to save the princess, and is accompanied by like a rogue and his trusty sidekick. And it has all these elements of like classical fantasy storytelling. Actually asked my friends if they wanted to do a Star Wars themed D&D session, and they said no, and I was like, oh. Right. Okay, so the dog has to go into the thing. Yeah, we kind of have the emotion of the kid here, but me positioning his head like this might be a problem. But I think like I went too stick figure on this. That's not really a realistic pose. I'm also curious if this kind of works. Yeah, it does. It's kind of a jump cut, but we'll see how it works when the animation is done. Quote unquote animation. Yeah, I love the Star Wars universe so much, and now, the new trilogy. Oh god. I kind of want to try something because I'm also very much into editing and stuff. I want to try and re-edit the Star Wars once they're all out. So I'm just gonna here insert another one, call this drag to, go to the next frame, put it on one, and I'm actually just gonna put down the cloth here. Is first gonna look very messy, but then we're just gonna go to sculpt mode and just use the smooth brush and pretend nothing happened. I mean, just use the tools available to you, right? There we go. I just want to have it kind of hug his body so that it feels like, yeah, sometimes I'm a bit too much of a chaotic worker, and stuff like this happens where I have to inflate the sleeve back up again. Okay, but that's fine. Good. And then kind of drag it down here so we kind of want to still see his face a little bit. I don't want to change too much because it doesn't have to. It doesn't need to look jumpy, right? Yeah. So now it's kind of like. First we built the Empire and was obligated to make the others, but wait too long to do the prequels. Is why I feel disjointed. I don't know if that's how it went down. I think yeah, the Disney movies are rushed. Like when they announced a Star Wars movie every year, I think they made a I think they made a huge mistake. Well, he actually sold the company, so he didn't just sell the Star Wars IP. He sold the entire Star Wars company, right? Skywalker Ranch and everything is Disney's now, I think. So I think he actually sold the entire company. I want to put this down. There we go. And then just smooth it out again. I kind of like his feet sticking out there a little bit. So this looks. It looks like the jacket is over him, so that's fine. Can even do a little bit of sculpting in look depth mode for that added flair. Actually, it goes pretty smoothly. Oh, it's not too much. Yeah, it's pretty low poly. Well, I found it work. So now I want the dog to go back a little bit so we can prepare him for getting where are your eyes? Let me just grab these bones, reset them. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. And maybe have some flair. Raise one paw a little bit. Yeah. I have a question about sculpting. In sculpting, I'm failing to get my desired results. Is sculpting how I'm going to make my character expressions come alive? Also, I put a game that didn't require me to use animations or models on mobile using Unity Engine. Just testing that. So using Blender animation in Unity hasn't been too much of an experience for me yet. Any tips starting out? Okay, so first things first. Sculpting. First model. First start modeling. If you want your characters' expressions to come alive, like, okay, 2 tips maybe. First, try to model your characters. Try to model a face. Try to find a lot of reference on the flow, the topology of the face, and try to model a face as close to, I mean, I wouldn't say photorealistic, but that you look at it and you're like, that's a face, right? Secondly, try to draw a little bit. Try to find some drawing lessons on faces and try to get the, especially the tips about how big the eyes should be and like where the nose should be and all this anatomy stuff. Kind of look into that, follow, maybe draw a little bit yourself. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I really get that that knowledge together to get characters right? I see a lot of people starting out with sculpting because sculpting can give a lot of satisfying results very quickly, and I think that's why a lot of people like sculpting, but you should really get your fundamentals down first. Secondly, Blender to Unity is pretty easy. You can just import Blender scenes into Unity and it will just real-time convert this to FBX and all that needed stuff. And Unity is quite nice for that. Kind of have to put them a little bit more here, I think. Yeah, so this paw is not intersecting. Maybe we can have these paws. I'll differentiate a little bit. Keep his tail in frame. There we go. I have him not look. I have a little experience with this, but you can just, if you make animation strips in Blender and assign these different animations, you just have to play around with it. So these are, if you go into your nonlinear animation, you can save these if you press this button as different animations. Like if you have a set of keys here, you press this button, then this will be a set of animations, and then if you press the N key, here you'll get the properties. And then if you import that Blender scene into Unity, you'll get your animations in there. So it imports just everything. It's really nice. I want to make a simple bouncing ball animation, then run it in Unity. Yeah, that's a very good start. Just try to do that. If you do that successfully, you have done the first step into achieving ultimate dominance over the gaming development world. So I'm not gonna look too much at the timing now, but I'm just gonna try out this. Oh boy, this ought to be fun. There's gonna be a lot of cheating. I think the most fun is the most fun we're gonna have is the running animation for the dog. Okay. So we're gonna another shape key. Let's call this dog 1. I don't know. Like people are gonna get angry at me for doing what I'm doing. Some friends texting me, "What are you doing?" I have no clue how to do this. Like the idea of the dog cuddling into the code was not a good idea. I mean, it's a good idea story-wise, but technical-wise. But I knew that. I think if I make a supercut of this series, I'll cut back to the moment where I said that's not gonna be a good idea. So I just wanna have this. Actually, no, not yet. I think we have the dog a little bit too. Can I just make him smaller without? I think if the dog was this big, it wouldn't have been that much of a problem. I think I should have made the dog smaller. Or we can make this bigger. Can we? If we go here and already make this kind of bigger, right? Put it here, next frame. Just a little bit smaller. Yeah. Then go to the drag, to the wait, which one gets activated here? The drag 2, okay. Just adjust it a little bit, so yeah, now we have more space for the dog. The dog just needs to go, no, object mode. A little bit more here. And then we're just gonna copy this and paste it to the other side. And the same here. So I'm just gonna press Ctrl C and Ctrl Shift V, and then just make the same pose on the other side. And then we can maybe put this one up, so it kind of fits a little bit better. Can kind of rotate this in the Y a little bit. It's kind of slanted. Put the tail in a better position. That's cute. I just put such a nice form. Yeah. It is, well, basically it's just a low poly plane, right? Because it's so low poly, it's easy to retain its shape with just and you see from other points it doesn't look that great, but I'm just concerned about it looking good in frame, right? That's the only thing I'm concerned about, because the rest is just, I mean, if it doesn't in the lighting process we see it's no problem, then it's good. That's the thing, like if you're making games, everything has to be perfect, right? If you're making animation for games where the player can walk around, and it has to be perfect from all sides. Also, the log lines is the result of constraints. Yeah, you can go back to the rigging part where I rigged the dog. It's nothing too shabby. It's just the first 2 bones are IK, and the rest is just forward kinematics. Okay, now the next pose is gonna be exciting. We're gonna move the dog in here, and I think we're gonna forcefully hide some stuff. I'm gonna scale the dog head down. Also, might scale this down a little bit. This is just to make him fit there, right? And then we can hear these two keyframes, move them up here, and then that's dog 1. So I'm just gonna increase with Alt S a little bit of volume here, so it's a little bit moving, right? Yeah, that looks nice. It actually doesn't look too bad. And then I'm not concerned about timing, by the way. I'm not looking at timing at all at the moment. What am I doing? Object mode, pose mode, and then I kind of want to do. I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller. I don't know if that's gonna be visible. I'm just gonna have the thing in another position. It's kind of pushing his butt in the boys. So I'm gonna see if I. All right. Just gonna make a shape key, dog 2. Gonna key this, move it 1 over, and then put it to 1. And also have this part. Well, maybe I'll just put this one on 0 now, and have this entire part. So it's like, whoa. Yeah, okay, so we have to put this on constant. There's still a bone here that is so used to. Okay, constant. Okay, there we go. And then here I'm just gonna make the dog disappear for a second. And then have dog 3 or dag 3. Does it have added physics? No, it's just me adding too many shape keys and animating the shape keys. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna move this keyframe 1 up. I'm gonna put this to 1. And I just Alt-S'ing, and maybe going into sculpt mode. No, if it's not smooth anymore, I just press Shift and press the smooth button. That smooths things out. So now it's like, yeah, I think in the next shot I can just pop the dog's head here. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And there are no added physics. We tried to do physics first, but that was a no-go. Just gonna drink. I have a new smoothie today. It's pineapple, kiwi, orange, spinach, and cucumber. Doing that healthy lifestyle. So now I bring the dog back up, rotate him around, and I'm actually gonna, I'm not sure, I'm gonna scale the head back up to his original, yeah, and now it's gonna be a little bit playing around, seeing what works. Of course, gonna hide the rest of his body here. It's under there, that's fine. Where are your eyes? Tell me where your eyes are, doggy. So now we can kind of close the mouth as well. And maybe I just move the head a little bit. I don't know. Nah, it's gonna be weird. just have to move the dog in a position that he doesn't intersect with the boy. Can of course put the ears down. I think it's better if he looks like up, like to the kid. And then smile is back. And of course we have the shot where his eyes are closed. Doesn't that look cute? I think we will add one more here. I'm gonna add one more shape key, dog 4. Oh, Tim says it's a nice dog rig you got there. Thanks, Tim. You also got a nice dog rig. You actually have a very nice dog. So Tim bought this stream is now officially stories about Tim. Tim has a new dog. It's a husky. He's going through, I guess, what a dog's teenage years are. Although not teenage yet. Still pretty young. He's a cutie. He's a fighter, but he's a cutie. Yeah, it's a very cute dog. Can't really say much bad stuff about him. Her. Tim is gonna get angry that I got the gender wrong of his dog. I'm just gonna. I don't wanna. Where's this button? Okay, there we go. Yeah, nice. Okay. Just a little effect that poof. Oh my god, we're almost there. I think like just need to move. No. A little bit onto the side. That's been pushed off the side. The ambient occlusion makes a little bit of sense. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so now the important part, the timing. Okay, that was increasing. That was weird. What happened here? Or the scale. Yeah. So where can I see item scale? Yeah, so I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it here. So it, it's still broken. Wait, what am I doing? I just need to delete the keyframes here, right? No. No, I just have to move these ones up here. Yeah, that's the. And I think this can go a little bit faster, so it's like poof. And then the rest. I think like the dog looking. Whoops. Yeah, I have to select all the bones. That's how it works. Kind of look a little bit and then have them disappear a little bit sooner. And then come out like, oh yeah, then. Okay, so one thing is that, yeah, his tail should be moving a little bit more because it's a little bit too static for my. And then here it can move down again, like curve a little bit down, and it's like cool. put it in the wrong. Why can't I move it? Okay, cool. Yes, I'm just disappearing. Okay, cool. I think maybe I want to put one in between because it's not smooth enough for me just yet. It's going to be a very simple one. So I'm just gonna be his snout coming out. Right. Where's your head? There you go. What is this? Is your tongue? What is your tongue doing here? Is it because it was skilled as well? Wait. Okay. Snout. And he's awake, and then when he goes to sleep, I think kind of need to lay him on the floor here. And I think that can all happen a little bit sooner. Yeah, I don't have enough. Maybe if we put one paw like this. He looks a little bit too weird here. I think putting his head a little bit more like this, yeah. All right. Okay, now we just have to align the code's keys to this. So oh, only those two. Then go into here. So that's these keys. And when it goes down under. Oops. There we go. And see a mistake I made here. And here. It's like, yeah, and of course, what I'm seeing happening here is that on this keyframe, we see a little bit too much. Hey Scott, how you doing? Oh yeah, so Tim confirmed his dog is gonna hit puberty in about 2 months. That's gonna be fun. Alright. So now we have our I think like the code has to move a little bit when he's popping out here. So although yeah, let's make a dog 5 real quick. Just have it. So there's something going on. It sounds like he disappeared in there, right? So let's just have the backside move up a little bit. And then once he pops out, have it back down again. Also gonna make everything constant, if that was already the case. Yeah, so now there's a little bit more movement. Cool. I'm doing fine, man. Let's watch this. Cool. Yeah, I think it's just weird that he kind of shoves in here. There's almost nothing moving except his tail. So I might. Move everything a little bit so I think this was also a good decision to maybe he already kind of preps his butt to fit in here a little bit more. Currently animating a dance. Damn. Oh. Yeah, so Tim sent me a video of his dog. Let me how do I show this to you without showing all of my messages? Is it full screen? Yeah, that's the wrong screen. Okay. I'm just gonna go like this and like this. Oh, now his full name is in view. Cool. There you go. There's a little popper. Now we've got inspiration. Isn't he cute? Yeah, it's a cute little dog. This becomes a stream now where we just look at dogs. Whoops. Close the tab here. What happens? Oh, yeah. Alright. So now they're both sleeping here. This is a look from afar. This is pretty fine, actually. So that is... Yeah, we can just copy and paste and go to the last frame here and then copy and paste. In this frame, nothing really needs to happen except the sun coming up, right? For 2 shots. Cool. Dude, Burp says. Hey, dude. Are you Bandite? Am I Bandite? Can. Hey, Burp, are you okay? Do you need help? Okay. Is it Burp? Are you a real bird? Are you a real bird trying to talk to me? We actually have 2 more shots to go, and then we can start refining here and there, because there's one shot where, like, rewatching it just before the stream, I was like, I was really lazy on that one. It's 1 minute before I start working out. Maybe one day we can call up when I get good enough. Yeah, yeah, hit me up, man. I'm always up to brainstorm and collab and stuff, and if I have the time. That's an important disclaimer, I feel like. why is, oh, because the end is not correct. We're just gonna copy and paste here. So now, oof, that's gonna be hard. So I just ignore the code, like leave it somewhere on the side. Yes, people will call it out, but I'm too lazy. Okay, so first things first. The code. Where did the code go? I'm just gonna lie it on the floor. So what we're gonna do is add another. It's gonna call it end. And I'm gonna move that keyframe up here. Just put it on 1. I'm just gonna keyframe it so it lies here, a little bit smaller maybe even. I'm gonna disable most of the other keyframe. Why does it still look so weird? Oh, because Cutlass will activate, yeah. Yeah, and I'm just gonna make this into a, gonna put my pivot point to the 3D cursor here, and then just select the entire sleeve. We want to put this on sphere, yeah. There we can nicely rotate. There we go. I'm just gonna press slash / like this, and then what we're just gonna do is I'm gonna press Alt O, kind of like, and put this back on smooth. Kind of make this. Ooh, no. Well, something like this. Sure. Okay. That'll do, I think. Proportional editing, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm really weirded out by burp. Is burp okay? Can someone confirm the okayness of burp? That wasn't the official burp, right? Was it? Can I check that? There's a very big con, but they're a very big channel. But if it is, hey burp, how you doing? I'm just gonna lay this off to the side here. Doesn't really matter. I don't want to take it up too much space. Might even fold it into. I'm just gonna select half of it, and then no proportional editing, and just put it there, and then just in sculpt mode, just smooth it out. Yeah, I know. I've been using proportional editing forever on the code. What stream have you been watching? So maybe one sleeve is like off. Yeah, sure, this can work. This works for the shot. Sure, yeah. Cool. Now, Doc, you are off screen for the moment, and I'm gonna reset all your bones. No. Gotta check it. Okay. Put everything on constant. There we go. And I'm gonna do the same. Well, not completely the same for the boy. For the boy, I'm just gonna copy one of the existing, yeah, here. I'm just gonna copy the keyframes. Just paste them here. There we go. Alright, we just want to respect the pose of the storyboard. So one leg is going to go funky. Because I still want to have some individual origins. Here we go. Just a bit up. And one. And it's going to be on the floor like this. Bring your shoulder a little bit down. That looks good. I'm thinking of making him yawn, which is making me yawn. I'll bring a little bit of life to the character. What do you think? I don't know if burp is alright, but it isn't a big channel. Ah, it was an imposter. Imposter burp. I also wouldn't know what the big bird channel would be doing on this stream, except if they're expanding from birds to Blender. I don't know. Of course, if we're yawning. Can I make him yawn? That's the big question here. Actually. So, yes, we're closed. I can. Cool. This looks a bit weird. I can push it up till here. Oh well, if you add anything so yawn, it makes you yawn. That's crazy. Some Belgian people out to Inkate. Checking some Belgian people out to Inkate? What does Inkate mean? And then next pose. Can I put here? Put a relaxed hand. Invade. I mean, I think if you're interested in Blender and stuff, the Netherlands might be a better bet. Well, you have the Blender Institute there for one. Also, sad news, I won't be attending the Blender conference this year. I've missed it now for 2 years in a row. With a combination of time and having to look for accommodation and stuff. Didn't really, yeah. So then the dog comes in. So I want to make these 2 poses, right? He needs to end up here. So what we can do is put him halfway here, facing a character. Or you just make him run there. Dog running animation. I feared this. Cool, but I like Blender 2.79. Ah, there's also people who like Blender 1.0. Where are they at now? Next year we should raid the Blender HQ. We don't need to raid it, I have inside people. Can just make this an inside job and just infiltrate it. So I'm looking at a dog running animation. It looked fine. Just a little bit of leaning, and then push the lower legs. Yeah, the tail goes into the motion. There we go. That looks good. Looking at reference, it's that easy. So you are the spy of the team. Nice, yeah. So for the same, I kind of only want the boy to be noticing the dog. It's like, oh god. Now I kind of have to make. Thought something was off. There we go. How much is the timing of this 3D movie? It's about 3,000 frames on 30 frames per second, so that's 100, so it's 1 minute and 40 seconds. Although, what am I animating this on? I think 25 frames per second. Let's see. Yes, so 25 frames per second. So that's 2 minutes exactly. Yeah, I need a calculator for that one. Yeah, something weird is going on with the balloons here, so I'm just gonna move these a little bit up again. What is going on here? Ah. Let me just cover it up. I'm gonna get a cookie or a sandwich. Just a snack. Real quick snack. Let's get a cookie. Too many cookies in my house. Should ration these cookies more. This is cookies. And the next one should be around here. Enabled this few ports. Uh-oh. 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 Hello? Is my computer still working? Yeah. Something's going on. There we go. Okay, I panicked for a second. That's safe. Now, each of these is taking 75 megabytes on my computer. These are going to be back here. There's going to be a little bit more. And those legs, they actually cross. So I don't know. Oops. Hold on. Kind of shift it a little bit. Hey, Toxic Tube, how are you doing? Man, you wish cookies were bigger. And then I guess we can kind of start off from this position again. So just copy and paste here. And of course, it's gonna be more of a jumping thing. So make sure this makes sense in 3D. Oh, pretty happy with this. Poof, poof. Okay, now I kind of figure out the timing. This is kind of going slow. Yeah, still kind of slow. You should be rendered as animation Eevee cycles. In Eevee! Ha! Something you don't have in 2.79. I think this movie can be open splash movie for Blender 2.81. Yeah, I wish. It will probably be something that, I don't know. I don't think so. Would be great, but yeah. So he kind of jumps on him. So this is gonna be kind of poof, 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 poof. Yeah, he has to be way back because his head needs to be kind of touching him, but not quite. So something like that, yeah. First gonna I'm gonna poison boy. I'm first gonna go in here and like at this one. Kind of closing his eyes. Like, oh god, what is Doggo doing? Did you reset the bones without them snapping to original position? How did you How did you reset the bones without them snapping to the original position? I mean, that's what snapping them does, right? I press Alt R and they just go there. But that's their original position, so just kind of like tensed up. Maybe there's like one eye open. Nice soundtrack. Is there a soundtrack? I'm not playing the music, are I? Is there something? I just put my headphones off. It's awfully quiet here. Like, if you're telling me there's ghosts around here, I mean, it is Spooktober, so who knows? Now it's like, I think this can go a little bit quicker. So just alright, that was just there we go. Okay. Gonna cheat a little bit here. boy happy. Of course, not too happy. That will break his face. Open this guy's mouth and for the first time use his tongue. And we kind of see here what's going wrong here. I should be able to do this. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not good. Okay. So, let's open up his eyes. More like this. More like this. Yeah, that looks better. Da 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 ba da ba. Oh, it's because I'm singing from time to time. Just gonna go a little bit. I think we did a whoopsie here. Yeah. Poof. I think the dog kind of comes out of nowhere, so I think some of the positions could be a bit better. So that he's almost here already. So maybe we can have him here. Already kind of in frame. With not that much difference, so okay, so now to be honest, I want to add one more shot because this project wasn't big enough already. So, because I've been thinking, like, we don't actually see the dog quite good at the end there. So what I want to add is, I'm gonna move this camera to whatever, 2900 or something. I'm gonna add a new camera. I'm gonna go into object mode and I'm gonna add a new camera. Alright. I'm gonna move this to cameras. This will be camera 20. And I'm gonna go marker, add marker, and bind camera to markers, right? So this is now the active camera. And I just want an over-the-shoulder shot of the dog. That's gonna be pretty easy. So we see the dog one more time, right? And also for this camera, we wanna composition guides, have our thirds here, kind of guides. Now we can really play around with the dog's pose and make him look. So we're gonna start here. And I don't think this shot has to take too long, right? It's just gonna be like, yeah, here. So and then we can move this camera marker over here to one frame next to it. And what I want to do, make him sassier. Can I return to that position here? Come on. Oh, there we go. And then check if this is gonna move. It's a bit heavy. I'm just gonna hide that. That's good. Of course, we can cheat this a little bit. We can move him a little bit back. Just it looks like he's close to him, right? The tongue is here. Open up his mouth a little bit more, not too much. Gonna swirl his tongue a little bit. Make him as excited as possible, right? Now, make sure that we're on the correct frame here. So then I'm just gonna move forward. Gonna reset his tongue, reset his cheek, and just a dog bark. Just a sign. I'm gonna make him there we go. And then further, I'm gonna start from these keyframes again. So he just squints for a second. Then he rotates his head a little bit. Maybe to the other side. I can just do this with Y, right? That just needs to happen straight away, so it's like let's see. Yeah, so definitely a little bit more space. It's like, what are we gonna do now? Maybe have his ears a little bit more to the side. A little cutie. Okay, I'm gonna watch the real time. That's nice. All right. Roof down. So we can move our camera here. Go to the next frame. Start it here and end at 3000. There we go. All right. Do the active camera. And I want to start off by having them both hidden. Okay, now for the boy, I just need to copy. I'm just gonna copy a whole loop here from the starting animation. Just gonna guess. Should be it. There we go. Draw all our keys. Go in here and paste. Oof, that didn't do what I wanted it to do, did it? So I'm gonna Control Z. So make sure I don't. Can I just duplicate them? Yeah. I can just duplicate the whole shebang. We're just gonna put this here. And normally I should have the same starting animation, right? Yeah. I'm gonna copy more. I think I can just copy the entire first shot. Right. So I'm just gonna go until here. I'm gonna press Shift D. Just to save some time. Alright, and the only thing we then have to do is for each pose offset it. Oh, what's going on? So for the first one, I'm gonna put you. It's just gonna be a little bit of manual labor. Wow, what is your knee doing? Like this. Then I'll put you here. All right. here. To make sense of this in 3D. So that I have my ambient occlusion on. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna delete the control roots keyframes for now, so that he starts off here. It's gonna be a little bit easier, I think. So then we have it's gonna be here. This one is going to be here. And this one is going to be here. This one's going to be here. This one's going to be here. Yes. Here. Oops. That's a big jump. A little lower. Where's the frame? Not there yet. Da 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 da. How does this already look? Oh yeah, that's what I thought. I've been a bit too kind. So I'm going here to the Z location with the X and Y location. Select from this point onwards. And I think what I want to do for X location. Yes, that's good. I just want to scale this until he is removed from frame. A little bit of and the same here, but we kind of want to follow the curve of the hill here. There's just some preliminary cheating before we start retweaking everything. And then, yeah, kind of see that here and there we can't still have to do that. Here, for instance. He's taking very big steps, but that's okay. That is all okay. First one might be a bit far. Yeah, these are a little bit better jumps. But you can see that by just kickstarting, like with the scaling of the keyframes, that it's messy, but it gets the timing of the running right, and then I can adjust it more accordingly instead of like having to redo it like 20 times. Too much of a leap. Being a little bit messy about this, but we're getting there. Like, I don't want to confuse him clipping through. No, he runs a frame. Okay. Now, how does this look? That's okay. Like it's cartoony, like as Noodles, but it tells a story. So I'm actually kind of proud of it. Okay, so now we just have to do the same with the dog. All right, where is the dog? Because the dog, we kind of made a preliminary running animation, right? So I want to have this pose over here, this one, I think we can already work with this. Let's see how this looks. Alright, so in the first keyframe, just gonna press Ctrl I to select every bone but this one, and I'm just gonna go copy this. Should be on the same intervals as the boy, I guess, or this is gonna look weird. There we go. That's every 1 to 2 frames. Oh, now it's 3 frames. Great. I'm a consistent man. Oops. Did I do something? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it's every 3 frames. So I guess I just, yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Now I can start just copying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, it was 1 frame, not enough. Okay, so I want to even the amount. 3. There we go. That's our frame. Okay. So now all we have to do, I want to delete these ones. So that's the root. So just delete the root bones. So here he's gonna be next to the boy. I think I also want to delete his head bones because they were the same. If this is not looking janky, then I don't know what will. Sorry, check what we have. That could be okay. And it's okay as the ending screen. Dogs can be fast. It's a fast dog. If you want the timing to be correct and we want to keep within 3000 frames, nothing can be done about it. Nothing. So still kind of next to him. That's nice. Kind of alternating between the poses, not making them perfect. That's the beauty of art. You can do whatever your heart desires. And then the dog goes out of frame a little bit later. Poof. Let's see here. I'm not an animator. That looks fine. And he hops a little bit too much, I think. Yeah, like here. I think like want to make this work. Yeah, there's some discrepancy between I mean we can check it out here, right? We just look at the jumps he's making, and here we can see he's kind of like the interval is kind of off. So I think just that here on this one he can go a little bit further out. So that spacing a little bit better. There we go. Oh man. Okay. So if you now watch from the start, let's save. Now watch from the start, man. Like, I'm pretty happy with most of the shots, but I think I went super lazy on this one. It was the shot I mentioned earlier. I think like just adding a little bit of flair could help the shot out. I think he's already getting closer. Just having like his legs out a little bit. Flip it around and have an extra shape key for his coat here. What's happening? Oh yeah, I have to put this on one. Doesn't intersect. Hello. Man, the jankiness of this. It's just down until there? Okay, fine. Let's go to scope modes. Just smooth it out a little bit. We don't have any weirds. And then I'll add another key just to assist this pose. I think I'll already activate it here because it's the same issue. Yeah, so it's first keyframe with keyframe 1 up, turn on 1. Just bring the shoulder a little bit up. That will also fix that, and then the second one, and everything we have to do here is bring this one up a little bit. So, and then we kind of want to time this better, because I think having this at the same distance, yeah, we're just going to this keyframe. Let me move. There we go. And here, there's some things going weirdly wrong. So he sits down here. I think like his knee pulls are kind of acting strange. Let's check out the rest. Starting to look like something. All right. Whoops, did we delete some animation here on the cameras? Hello, camera. You should be animated here. Oh, you are. Oh, was this because you're not visible? Okay, sorry. I just Yeah. So we'll have to do some cleanup. Dock runs over. Is that a problem? Oh, that feels still kind of weird, doesn't it? Okay, that's what we can do. Before we go to the other shop, maybe have one more. Oh. A little bit closer, come on. Oh, come on, really? Not you. You. Where's the keying, right? Yeah. And a little bit further. This. Now it's cleanup time. This feels better. That's so lot of cheating that we're doing here. Okay, so because in the next phase we want to do cleanup, and we want to do the cleanup correct. Like we want to fix all the issues at once, and I don't want to do 2 phases of this, right? What I'm gonna do is render out the entire animation with the leaves, not the rough. Oh, yeah, rough. Did I? Yes. With the leaves that we can have in our set. Why is our set empty? Can I just press Alt H? No. Oh yes, I can. There we go. And I'm just gonna render this out like this, because then issues like clipping and such are gonna be very apparent, very nice, very soon. And then in the next stream on Friday we can oh, I don't know if we're gonna have a stream on oh yeah, we're gonna have a stream on Friday. We're not gonna have a stream next week Friday because it's a holiday. But then we can figure out where all our issues are. Like for instance here, do we have an issue with this? But with the rendered view, I can also, like this, for instance, right? You will have a we will check where issues are. Let's fix them like this, right? But once it's rendered with the subdivision on, we can already make a lot of checks. So I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna do that off stream because it's just gonna lag up the stream and it's not really interesting. The only thing I'm gonna do is so what we should note down here. I'm gonna keep the frame rate on 20 frames per second. Gonna frame start 1 to 3000, and I'm gonna render this out as a PNG sequence, and yeah, I'm gonna pull this into what was it? Atron. I forgot what the name was. The free compositing app I found. I'm gonna render it out there, and then we'll see where we have to do still some fixes. So the next stream will be animation fixes. As said, like, I'm gonna keep the animation to this style because I think like making the animation smooth is gonna take up so much time. But I have an idea for the next short that will facilitate that, and that we can do a lot more fancy stuff with the animation. But I think like this kind of this choppy style of it'll fit. It'll tell a story. It'll be nice looking. But I don't have the time and resources to fully animate this, especially with the cloth and stuff. And this jumps on the frame too soon, right? Yeah. So we can still fix some issues that we can see now. Whoops, that was a necessary keyframe. Okay. No, bring the keyframes back. Come on. Yeah, thank you. There we go. So here we're just gonna, I think what might be a good idea is that, not scale it up, but that we move this towards the camera here. From the side. For like maybe 2 frames. Come on. Constant, yeah. It's maybe a little bit too quick. Let's move look here. Now we can kind of have this for 1 frame code coming in. I might still tweak that. I don't know. We'll see how it looks and then rendered out. All right, but I'm gonna leave it here because I feel like I can scrub through this over and over. But I'm just gonna render it out, and the next time we can like note down the frames where we have issues and fix them one by one. Go through the entire animation, because if I keep jumping up and down here, it's gonna be just be a waste of time. I want to do this efficiently. All right, I'm happy though that we added this shot. This is not my favorite shot. Just gonna have to see. We're gonna have to do some texture fixes here. That's more with the shader than the texture, I think. Yeah, with the funky stuff we did. All right. So, having said that, sorry. I want to thank everybody for watching this stream. I especially want to thank Taylor Brown for his support on Patreon. Remember, people, down in the description is my Patreon with different perks. If you want to support this channel, and if you want to support me, and if you want me to spend more time with this, with these kind of projects, do remember to like and subscribe the video or the stream, depending on what you're watching. Hit a little bell button if you want to get notified for the stream. The next stream will be on Friday on 1 p.m. That is GMT +2 at the moment. We almost go to winter time, so that'll be fun. But it's just Belgium time. Just Google Belgium time if you want to know what time that is. Much appreciated you all joining. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you next time.